Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online. If you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We'd greatly appreciate if you purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be taking a look at a discontinued but still somehow sort of in production watch from Rolex. This one probably the rarest model I have ever seen or held in my hands. This one also a transitional period watch. If you thought this was an Air King, pretty close. If you thought that this was an Explorer one, also very close, but actually it's an Oyster Perpetual 34. Now, the reference number for this one, 114200, this one actually shares the same reference as the Rolex Air King, released at about the same time, but this one actually written and branded as the Oyster Perpetual, 34 millimeters, of course, all stainless steel with the blue dial, index hour marks, and Arabic numerals. So kind of rare for an Oyster Perpetual, but more common among the Air King models of the time, around 2007 to 2014, sorry. So I'll be going over all the aspects of this watch, the case, the bezel, dial, the crown functions, as well as the movement and the bracelet. I'll be giving you my thoughts on these throughout this video. So starting off with the case, 34 millimeters, it's in the name, OP34, from finger to thumb, that's the 2 to 8 o'clock positions, 34 millimeters. Same as what you'd find from the 10 to 4 o'clock positions. You have the monoblock middle case, screw down case back, and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. You also have a nice high polish along the sides of the case, as you can see, but on the front of the case, satin brush finish, basically what you'd see on any Oyster Perpetual model in the modern day. This particular watch is actually dated 2020, so actually technically out of production, but still somehow trickling out of authorized dealers. You can still potentially get these brand new, although most likely you'll be getting these pre-owned, but we can still technically get these potentially brand new. Just let us know down in the comments below, or even better yet, just go to our website at jazztime.com. Taking a look here at the bezel here, complete with my fingerprints, of course, you have a nice smooth domed all stainless steel or oyster steel bezel on the very front. If you look at it face on, it gives it a nice glowing look, the way that it sort of plays in the light there. And all stainless steel, basically oyster steel being Rolex's own proprietary blend of the highest grades of steel and certain other minerals to make it incredibly strong, but also incredibly beautiful at the same time. So you have that nice sense of luster and the reflections basically being one-to-one, except, well, for the fact that it's domed. So nice sort of distorted reflections, but your reflections will be perfect nonetheless. Sitting on the very front of the case, a nice smooth sapphire crystal makes it so you don't get any scratches, nice and scratch resistant, so you can always have a clear view of that dial. And what a dial this is, a nice deep blue, basically spanning the entire range of values of dark blues. So the lightest blue you'll have is about a mid-range, sort of a lighter shade, but then going deep and deep to almost a midnight blue, almost black, depending on the angle of light. Nice sunray patterning there, all guilloche shade, of course. The Rolex crown at the 12 o'clock, as well as the 3, 6, and 9 all white gold, as well as the index markers all applied. White gold, 18 karat, same as the hands themselves, 18 karat white gold. But not only that, you also have the chromalite for, actually I believe this is the Superluminova, before the days of chromalite, or it could be chromalite, I can't quite tell by the coloration, although I want to say that this is the Superluminova, still incredibly long lasting and very easy to see, and actually quite tasteful in the way that it's presented, completely symmetrical with all of the luminescence applied onto those index markers with the hour and minute hands as well. So you have a good clear view of the time no matter your lighting situation. Taking a look here at the crown functions, basically the simplest that you can get from Rolex. Unwind the crown at the 3 o'clock position. Base position lets you wind the watch. Pretty simple there. From a dead stop to full power reserve, about 20 to 30 full winds is all you need. Once you start feeling the resistance and damping ramping up, that's when you've reached the full power reserve. No need to wind it anymore. Pull the crown out to the only other position. and it stops that seconds hand, giving you the hacking function so you can set the minute hand precisely wherever it needs to go. And strangely enough, winding it clockwise will actually advance that minute hand forward. Doing so counterclockwise moves it backwards. So kind of like an older movement feature, the newer movements feature, well, basically the minute hand moving the opposite direction. So if you were to wind it counterclockwise, it advances it forward. But here, it's actually the sort of antiquated previous version. So, but you still have that sense of the precise movement there, so you can actually set the minute hand precisely where it needs to go based on the position of that seconds hand, thanks to that minute track at the very edge of the dial. Nice and easy. All right, and also be sure to press the crown back in, screw it back tightly against the case to ensure the superior water resistance of the watch. Now, what makes this bead on the inside? It is the caliber 3130. Can't see through the case back, but you do have the solid steel for the added protection. Now, what's with the 3130? The 3130 instead of the 3135 basically does not feature a date, but does still have the center hour minutes and seconds hands, and basically the ability to have that stop seconds for precise time setting. Does feature the parachrome blue hairspring and the I believe KIF shock absorbers, if I'm not mistaken. It basically means that it's so magnetic resistance. It's basically anti-magnetic with that parachrome blue coating for that hairspring, so you can get relatively close to magnets and circuitry. Won't affect the timekeeping of the watch. You can also take a few bumps here and there, nice and precise still. You can also basically set it down on a Friday evening. You'll have to pick it back up same time Sunday to give it a good wind, because the power reserve for this watch is 48 hours. It is an automatic wind, so you can still wind it just by wearing it. And because it's a full steel construction, you can wear this every day. Now, taking a look here at the bracelet, since I'm zoomed out, you do have the Oyster Bracelet as typical of the Oyster Perpetual, even Milgauss, and, well, maybe some Milgauss, and maybe even Air Kings. You basically have the Oyster Bracelet, flat 3-piece links across here, all satin brush finished, with the clasp itself also being all satin brush finish with the embossed logo, not raised, right down the center. Lift the top to unhook it, and you have the full Rolex stamped logo on the inside, full steel construction, and as typical of the watches of this generation, there's no easy link 5mm extension, but you do have some extra little sort of pivot points for the end of the bracelet here, so you can do micro adjustments should you so desire, should you absolutely need it. Just move that little spring bar in on the sides there. You can size it nice and easy, but if you need larger sizing, you have the screw system, of course. All right, and while I'm here, I'll try it on, give you a view of it on the wrist once more. My wrist being 7 inches in circumference, it actually fits me very, very nicely. And actually, while I do prefer 36mm models, this one can actually fit in quite nicely. Probably the most mid-size of all mid-size models, from 31 to 36. This one basically right in the middle at 34mm. Fits my wrist very nicely. I can recommend this for anyone whose wrist goes down to even maybe 6 inches in circumference, maybe up to 7.5. So kind of a versatile size, actually. Taking a look down here at the edge of the watch on the wrist, tiny bit of space under the lugs. As your wrist gets smaller, you'll get a little bit more space there, but you will have still the same breathability as typical of Rolex Oyster bracelets. Plenty of space among the links, zero tolerance, so that basically you can wear this all day. It vents the wrist, never pinches the skin, never pulls hair out, always feels comfortable on the wrist, and as it should be, looks absolutely beautiful. That blue guilloche pattern sunray dial makes it very, very unique, but also typical of the Rolex brand. Absolutely beautiful. I love this blue, and I wish I could have this for myself, but we're selling it at jazztime.com. Links in the description below if you want to purchase this watch, or any other watch for that matter. New, used, or discontinued, we can get it for you at our website. If you have any thoughts on this watch, or why it's got the 3, 6, and 9 on there, or just leave a comment down in the down below the video. and let us know what you think of this watch. Enough of what I think. So let us know what you think. Be sure to like this video, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you want to pick up this watch, it's actually for sale right now, at least as of the making of this video, at jazztime.com. Links in the description below, where you can get it for the lowest possible price anywhere online, and probably the only place you can get it online, because this watch was discontinued no later than 2014, and we have a 2020 version, this one 2020, right here in our office right now in my hands. So if you place your order, you'll get this one. But otherwise, any other watch, take a look at our website down below. You can place an order there. New, used, discontinued, we can get it for you at the lowest possible price anywhere online. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page, where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.